And welcome back everybody to another episode of Soul Rend, and today we were going to explore. There are some places that I have marked out that I do want to visit. However, I just got to this edge and I was thinking of going farther just because I did want to keep leveling up our tree over here. As you can see, I did go the armor route. I increased our durability, and then I started branching out down this way so I could get this durability restoration, which is pretty useful. However, because of the previous update where the mod pack creator added the absolute unbreakable enchant, it has been very useful. As you can see, now I don't have to worry about our spear breaking, and I am now using this as my secondary weapon, which is pretty cool. Throwing that enchantment on your armor is probably absolutely crucial. Every time you increase your armor that does have durability, just because then you don't have to worry about it breaking, and you just could keep fighting as long as you have food. Oh crap, that kind of scared me. I was not paying attention. Whoa. Okay, buddy. Okay, we don't want to go that way. I was running that way earlier, and we ended up running into some sirens. Okay, cool. So let's grab this, and we'll make quick work of this guy. So I'm learning how to use the spear better, and I really recommend using it in first-person mode, just because third-person could feel a little hard to control. Even though when you're out in the open fighting a ton of enemies, it does look pretty cool being able to see how you actually attack. But yeah, using it in first-person has been very useful. Let's see. I don't want to talk too long. I do want to get into it. But yeah, absolute enchant or absolutely unbreakable, super awesome. Very awesome. I recommend getting the XP and putting it on all of your tools if possible. Let's see. Let's fill up our backpacks real quick. I did go exploring quite a bit. Last episode we showed you one of the towers that I was using to farm. As I was running about and exploring, I did find a second tower farther out. The mobs in that one were level 25, I believe, so relatively higher level. And if you want to be able to keep increasing your skill tree over here rapidly, you are going to need to start fighting higher level mobs, just because of the passive skill tree has one of the additions where you get points for killing mobs and doing damage to mobs. So if you stay in the low level area and you fight them, of course you're going to get less XP, because the way the leveling thing works is for each level the mobs will drop an additional 10% XP from the original base. So higher level mobs drop way more XP. That should be a little self-explanatory. But yeah, those guys, you're going to be one-shotting them pretty frequently, so they're not going to be dropping a ton of XP earlier, or you're not going to be able to level up and get enough points as you keep progressing. So I do recommend going to farther areas to farm the mobs. Those battle towers are probably one of the best areas to farm XP or get these points, just because those spawners will keep spawning mobs. And yeah, I've been using it, and as you can see, our skill tree is now extending down this way. I am going to probably just cut across one point here just so I could get all these armor points and probably some of these points, just because here we'll be able to put gems on our armor and it'll give us bonus armor per gem, which is going to be pretty cool. Regarding that, I do want to reforge my gear, so we'll touch a little bit on that. Come on, can we just talk to you real quick? Hey. Yeah. So this guy will give us pretty good stuff. Yield 5, Fang Ward. Let's see, cooldown reduction, not bad. And we get 2 sockets. Even though that's pretty good, I don't see anything really crazy on it, so we'll leave that alone. And I guess we'll go check out sirens over here. Then in the daytime, I did find another dragon, which I am probably gonna teleport home real quick. Oh no, I do have some golden apples. Never mind. We can go fight him. But yeah, apparently, if you get within range, the sirens will pull you over. And as you can see, they are just right there. So, as long as you keep walking away... Let's see. Sweet. As long as you keep walking away, you could escape it. However, if you jump, it does pull you, and it does give you the feather falling effect. So, let's go fight him real quick. Come on. Come on. Come on. Don't be afraid. Okay, they have a lot more health than I expected, but that doesn't matter because we do a good amount of damage. Boom. Give me your stuff. Where's the stuff? Oh, where are you guys going? Give me. Damn it. Okay, let's swim up real quick. Ooh, air. Come on. Come on, you too. I guess I should have just beat you up first, but yeah. Damn, this guy is really fast. There we go. Get some hits in. And I think... Oh, okay. And just like that, both of them are done for. And as you can see, out here we are in the level 1 area. And these guys will gain more health and some armor. So just be a little cautious about that when you are venturing out. Okay, I don't see the others. Shiny scales, we have 5 prismarine crystals and that. Okay, did we lose the others? Okay, can I stop sprinting? Just want to see what's around. Okay, sweet, that's where it is. Perfect. But yeah, just like that, we defeated the little sea serpent and we took out those sirens. Not bad, not bad at all. Okay, let's head over here. Good. And then we'll start making our way over towards the dragon. Okay. Spider. Boom. Not too bad. I don't know if you guys saw earlier that I did use a spell. It was one of the spells that we did get from a chest. And if we come over here, it is this one, which is Fortify. It is level 3 and it gives us 16 temporary HP. And as you can see, it has a radius of 8 blocks, which if you click, you could kind of see the little semicircle. I don't know why there it didn't show that well. What was that? Oh, I guess because we're hungry. But yeah, what was I gonna say about spells? Spells are gonna be pretty useful, especially since now our armor is something we don't have to worry about. As long as we have health and food, we could just keep fighting enemies non-stop, which is awesome. And I did highlight some spells over here that I do think would be useful and that I do plan on making at some point, but we'll probably go over that maybe towards the end of this episode or the next episode, just because I kind of want to go over it with you a little more in depth so you could understand why I think they could be useful for this mod pack. But yeah, oh, nice. But yeah, who's attacked me? Okay, there you are. We are going to definitely want to fight a lot of these guys. There we go, arcane essence, perfect. Any more? Any more? Any more? Kind of hard to see, but if we zoom out, have a little bit of a better view of where these guys are at. Let's see. Oh, one cool thing about the spear is if you could learn it and time the abilities and the attacks, which I'm still trying to learn how to activate everything in certain attack patterns. You could do some pretty crazy attacks, like on the off chance that it does launch you up into the air, you can come down and slam attack on the ground, and when you do that, it'll distort all the blocks like if you actually created a crater, which is pretty cool. And then after a few seconds, the blocks will revert back to normal. I think that's super awesome. So if you guys could learn the combos for that and let me know how to activate it, I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, there's a dragon, and as you can see over there, that's his nest. So we're gonna go beat him up real quick. Actually, I'm gonna teleport back to base so I could grab some glass bottles, and then we will come back and beat him up. Okay, I think that sounds like a very good plan, as well as drop off a ton of this stuff at our base, because we don't really need to be carrying everything on us right now. Because after we beat this dragon, I did find one of the little dungeon houses that I do think we could go down, and then that one had like, is basically a labyrinth. Well, we'll check it out. But first, let's head back to base. Boom. And grab a chain, because I did find 2 dragons. That's the one that we're gonna fight, because it's far away and not very accessible to get back to base. The other dragon I did find, that guy, we will definitely go beat up and bring that one back to base. But yeah, as we were exploring, we did find tons of loot, and I just brought back some additional stuff just because why not? It'll be very useful later on in the game. And as you can see, just tons of diamond armor and equipment from those battle towers that I have been fighting. Super useful. How I said, if you can go into them, perfect way to level up, perfect way to get a ton of stuff. And let's do this, keep increasing all that. Oh, again, and let's get all the basic Minecraft stuff out of here. Anything that doesn't have additional NBT data, I think that's what we really want to store in here. I don't really know how this storage system works compared to, let's say, AE2 and Refine, because I know in Refined storage, it doesn't really do that well when you throw a lot of items that do have NBT data in it. It could cause it to freeze up, slow down quite a bit. But AE2, that's zero issue. So if you guys understand Tom's storage configuration on whether it can support NBT data without getting pretty laggy, let me know down in the comments. I would really appreciate it. It'd help out a ton. Okay, milk, we'll carry our trident. As for these guys, this all goes over here because there's special equipment. Here, we'll toss in all that. Clock, don't really need you. I remember I got some wool earlier. Yep. Let's make a sleeping bag to take with us. Sweet. And I gotta reset my spawn point over here. I accidentally clicked on a bed over there back at one of those towers. But yeah, I did want to reforge, should I? Yeah, why not? We're gonna be... What? This took durability damage. Interesting. It'll probably repair itself. Yeah, I did want to come over here to show you how you can reforge your gear to get some additional stats. So this is the simple reforging table, and because I've been breaking down gear that we have been finding / getting from mobs, we do get these luminous crystal shards from the blue gear. The green one is uncommon, so it's a little weaker than rare. And then the least one, or least strongest, is common. Yeah, as you increase the rarity of the material you're using, you have the chance for better stats, and when reforging, you can increase the amount of sockets. So yeah, if we come over here and put our chest plate, for example, can't really see because of that. I'm gonna reduce our settings. Whoops, no here. GI scale. Let's go 4. Apply. Makes it a little tinier so that when we toss it, you could kind of see the stats. So if we hover over here, this is probably the best tier. As you can see, has 3 dots. But if you look at the reforge cost, as you can see, it does require more sigils of rebirth, more material, and you need to have way more XP to be able to get this. But as you can see, it does add additional stats, because if we hover over here, the blue that you see on the bottom is 4 stats. If we hover over here, that 4 is now 7 different stats, which I highly recommend looking at each one, just because sometimes here it could have a lot of stats, however it's not the stats you want, but in the lower ones it might have less stats, but it could be the stats you actually want. So like when we're looking over here, as you can see, we get some more max health, some spell resistance, and then resilience for 30 seconds, which I think is pretty good, because that's if what I'm thinking is correct, resilience should be like resistance, so you get a little stronger. So an automatic buff for 30 seconds, that's not bad. If we look over here, if we're to choose this one, the only cool effect that I can see is the fact that it adds additional armor, but it's not even that much, it's only 0.88 more armor. So that's why I highly recommend taking a look at everything, just because you could see what stuff it can add. But yeah, if I look at it, I like this one the most, just because of the additional health it's giving us, the spell resistance, not to mention the resilience. And if we look at the very bottom, we do gain one extra empty socket. So if we were to put gems on this guy, we'll be able to put a max of 2 gems, which is phenomenal. Not to mention, look at the sigil cost. It's the cheapest material, and very easy for us when it comes to XP. So we'll take this guy, boom. Let's check out the pants. Honestly, I'm only going to be looking at these 2, or maybe just this one. Let's see, here we get some extra health, some movement speed, some more stamina, which is pretty cool. Oh, this one actually gives us resistance. Yep, that's easy. No brainer. Put this guy up here. Let's check this one out. So a little bit extra armor, cast shield. I don't know if we want shield, so we'll move this, put this guy instead, and check this out. Also cast shield. Stays with us in the event we die. And what's useful here? Spell power, health. Let's see, what about here? Frost wave reduces magic damage. Okay. We get extra mana, spell resistance. I'll just take the helmet. I guess we'll cast shield. Might be useful, especially when fighting bosses. And now this one should have changed. Yep, look at that. Slight increase in armor toughness, which is okay. And what else? Cooldown. And yeah, I think that's the only 2, which isn't too bad, but would be pretty nice. Too bad we don't have the rebirth, so we'll just take whatever we can. And just like that, that's been upgraded. And if we check this guy out, this should be the last one. And if we look at the stats that we acquire, attack speed does go up from 2 to 2.24. Pretty solid. Increase in mana regen. So if we were to pair this with our little magic missile, would be pretty crazy. And armor pierce, that's new. Let's see. And if we look up top, Our attacks deal an additional 1.75 damage to nearby enemies, and on hit gain Fatal Flicker, which is dashing forward. Interesting. I've never seen that before. Looks super cool. Ooh, this one increases damage, crit, and lifesteal. That's pretty nutty. But we don't have the resources, so we will take, or let's check this guy out first. Let's see, Flaming Strike, so that's just basically fire, additional damage. Nope, not even additional damage. Cold damage, cooldown reduction. Looks like we get an extra socket and a crit chance. Ooh. Extra attack speed. I would think this one instead, just because the 2 sockets are gonna greatly boost this item's ability to do extra damage. If you're wondering why, that's because if we take a quick look over here in the stats tree, if you have gems in the weapon, we are going to be increasing the damage from that weapon quite a bit. And if we take a look over here, I do plan on putting points over here, so as you can see, where is it? Right here, you gain additional crit for having gems in your weapon. Here we get only 4%, but this one is per gem, so we could get 14% crit, which is pretty phenomenal. So yeah, look at our armor. Even though we don't have our actual armor on, we have it just from all the little stats, which is pretty cool. And just like that, look at our health, 55, and then whenever we use Fortify, we technically get an additional 16, which should be, what, 71 health? Not bad. Our mana, or if we hold this, oh no, we didn't get it, I forgot. Belay my last. Where is it? 0? No, Ender Pearls. Ender Pearls. Yes. I forgot we got some Ender Pearls, and how I wanted to show you guys, if we were to make a magic missile using the legendary ink, as you can see, it does increase the damage to basically 28 per shot. And if we take a quick look at what we have a level 2 doing 17 damage. So that's basically 11 damage more, and will increase depending on our spell power. Like if we were to put on this Shadow Walker armor, as you can see, it does increase the Ender spell power, which is pretty good. And then if we were to put this through Apotheosis, we could also increase that quite a bit. So I do think, besides the magic missile, the other very good spells is Fortify, Oak Skin. This one, as you can see, it reduces damage that we take for a period of time, and our current effect length would be 1.4 minutes, which is insane. Another one that would be pretty good is probably in a boss fight where you use the Acid Spit Scroll. This is a level 1, but if you get the max tier, of course, it's going to increase the reduced armor and for a period of time. So if you throw this onto a boss, you're reducing their armor, so it'd be easier to do more damage. And then if we take a quick look over here, Divine Smite, that's basically like an extra swipe attack. So if you are using a sword like this and you imbue Divine Smite on it, you can attack, then or cast Divine Smite, so you can get a double attack in one go. Pretty cool. As you can see, it adds 8.5 damage, or is that supposed to be 25? I'm not sure, but I know it adds damage. It stacks on top of your base damage, which is pretty good for a double swipe. And haste, I do think it does allow you to attack faster. I could be wrong, but would be pretty good if it does allow you to attack faster, especially with a weapon like this, where our attack speed is currently 0.09. Would help a ton. And then Healing Circle, I do think this is where you cast it, it places it on the ground, and anywhere within that ground you should be able to heal. As you can see, level 1 will heal you basically 1 health per tick, I believe, or per second, which isn't the best, but when you max it out, if I am correct, you do up to like 5 health, which is pretty good. All these are very useful for boss fights or just in situations where you are just constantly battling. And then, of course, Raise the Dead. If you don't want to fight alone, you have these guys come with you. I do think the max tier for Raise the Dead summons 6 different entities to help fight, which is already pretty insane. And I do think the higher the tier, they gain armor and better weapons to do more damage. So yeah, these are probably all the spells plus the missile and fortify that would be pretty useful. Anything other than that would just be more beneficial. So if you chose to be a mage, Iron Spells is definitely your go-to. If you did not choose to be a mage, well, don't worry, you could still use it on the side to help you in your fight, which is basically what I'm doing. I'm technically a spell sword in this game, and we're gonna take this magic missile and swap it out. So this guy, take you out and put you in. Boom, just like that. Now we do a ton more damage per shot. But yeah, if you're not a mage, just be a spell sword like me. Very useful, very fun. I really don't like this little stance he does when you're holding the spear. Looks very awkward. But yeah, what did I want to grab? Glass bottles, yes. So we could get some blood from the dragon right now when we fight him. And then chains. Do I have chains? I don't know. Let's see. Control R. Can I craft some? I can. Let's do this. I don't know how many chains I need. And then dragon bone. Dragon. Yes. Because if we do this, we should be able to make a wall. I don't know if I needed 2 or 1. All I know is now we have 2. And whenever we drag that dragon back, I will put him up here on top of the mountain. So let's come up here, put down this wall, and we'll go fight a dragon, go explore the dungeon for a bit. I'm not going to record the whole thing with you guys just because it might take me a while. So I'll explore it briefly just to see if it's what I think it is. And then I guess we could go drag the dragon back, put him at base, and then we could call it an episode. And then I am probably gonna double record. So I'm gonna record this episode and next episode in one day. So if it seems a little odd in some of the things, just know that's what I'm doing. But yeah, in that episode, we will be going into the catacombs and fighting the Dead King, I think, is the boss of that area. And then when we get back from... No. Besides that, I did find I think the Dreadnought or the something like that. It's the underground knight-looking enemy from Mousies. We'll go fight that guy as well. So that's what I do have planned. So please stick around just a bit. Why am I so hungry? This feels weird. Why is my character hungry? Very odd. Very odd indeed. I don't know, it feels like I'm going through more food after upgrading this stuff. None of them say anything about more food. Yeah, with that. Okay, sweet. This is the little mine that I told you guys about, and let's see, we have chains, we have glass bottles, then we come up here, we have some golden apples. Okay, let's grab this, just because that's a little bit better. We have our weapons. And let's sleep. I'll teleport over to the dragon. We'll go beat him up. Then we'll go check out that dungeon. Yeah. Oh yeah, how I said, go to higher levels or higher level areas, very recommended. So you could get this XP. Because look at that, I'm at 50 levels. It's insane. Crazy. Okay. Let's see. I just put points here. Where could our points be better used? Magic, not really. Intelligence. Strength. I guess I can throw some more over here just because this will allow us to get a little bit more health. Yeah, sweet. Okay, let's do this. Eat this potato. Heal up. Boom. Make sure to cast Fortify. Boom. Now we press M, and that dragon that we are going to was down this way. Because this one's easier. Because we could just come down over here. I'm pretty sure this little river is big enough for us to ride a boat all the way over here. Well, I'll just teleport over, and then I'll use the waterway all the way back to drag this dragon back to base. But the dragon we're gonna fight and the little dungeon place that we're checking out is on this side. So let's... I don't want to teleport too close. We'll go right here on the... over here, because this is where we kind of saw him. And it looks relatively flat, so then we could drag him back. Okay, cool. So we have our golden apples, we have this, fortify, and come on. There you go. You angry? I'm gonna shoot you. Come on. Are you not angry? Get over here. Ooh, now we do 9 damage. Okay. Boom. Definitely has more health compared to before. Okay. And now that I'm a little more familiar with fighting this guy, I could escape way more sooner when he attacks. Come here. Where are you going? Where are you going? Don't be scared. Okay, let's feed a little bit. Okay. Run a little bit while he's just setting everything on fire. Come on, buddy. You're annoying. There, he's back on the floor. Okay. Come on. You don't want to fight me, I'll just shoot you all day. Boom. Come on. Come on. You see? It's getting way easier now that I've been playing a lot more and understanding their attack patterns. But yeah. Boom. Come on. Boom. Okay. A few more hits, and he could be done. And... whoa. Hey, stop. Just go down. Okay. Here. You could chase me. I'll let you live with your 1 health until you're laying over here. Come on. Boom. Took him out with magic. And they say dragons are resistant to magic. I don't know about that. But yeah, just like that. Took down our second dragon. Super easy. We didn't even need a golden apple this time. Turns out I was just bad at fighting, but hey, hard work pays off. Been doing my best to understand how the combat system works and all of the above. So it's getting easier. Hopefully the fights can be a little more entertaining as things progress. And let's right click this guy. Sweet. Just like that. We got some... okay, now we gotta right click it. Boom, boom, boom. Skull, some more bones. And we got some fire dragon blood, which I'm pretty sure is what we use to craft new weapons. Ooh. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Can't wait to check all of them out. But yeah, over here for the forge, we are going to need the blood with some iron to craft the dragon steel, which is what we're we are going to need to craft the armor. Am I right? Yep. Then it looks like there's 2 different types. That's pretty cool. This is pretty awesome. But yeah, let's head on over to the dungeon house. Well, I'm probably just gonna TP over. Help save you guys a little bit of time. And let's teleport here. Boom. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. I think this is one of those dungeon labyrinths. Just because if we come over here and hop up. Okay, have this. Wait, is it up here? Yeah. In here, let's see. Voidmancer's Eye, so some Eldritch spell power. Pretty cool. Oh, readjust. More gear, more food. Don't really need that. I'll take torches, because why not? And it looks like, if we are lucky, this place should have some more Apotheosis gear to break down. Which is one of my big concerns, just because it feels like it is lacking a little bit of discoverability when it comes to those types of things. Okay, whoops. Why is everything shift clicking? I don't like that. I don't know what I did, guys. What did I press? I don't know what I did. What? I swear my buttons are not pressed in. Something's going on. And I don't like it. Oh well, that's not too big of an issue right now. I'll figure out how to fix that later, but yeah. Let's head back down here. See what there is waiting for us. My food. Dang. Kind of forget this is always a little tedious. Just step, fall, step, fall, step, fall, step, fall. Come on. Oh. Hello there. Just waiting to attack us. I think that might be a Apotheosis area. Wait. It is an Apotheosis area. That's pretty cool. Go back to attacks. Okay, we're just both missing. Come on, fight me. Okay, not bad. Boom. Oh, I'm stuck. Damn spells. This is the one thing that I feared would happen. Getting the heal spell on our gear. Good thing is, we're still able to attack through. It's just... Damn. That was awkward. Very awkward. What is that? He wasn't so strong. Slay an Apothic boss and retrieve their fixed item. Sweet. We don't need that, or this. Oh crap, I forgot. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. Yeah, because that's just gonna shift. What the hell is going on? I don't get it. What? Okay, but yeah, we got this. We could break this down whenever, or we could keep it. We're probably gonna break it down. And if we check over here, ooh, new item. Right click, preemptively shatter the ice encasing your enemies, dealing more damage the earlier you shatter. Ooh. Pretty cool, I won't lie. Some lightning. Who's this sword master? Well, that's brand new. Now I can't even check it out because it... Oh, don't worry, I'll probably restart the game or close out and come back in, see if that fixes it. If not, I'll close out the whole thing, rejoin. So next episode, we don't have to deal with that BS, you know? But yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, now let's keep going down and check out if this is one of those dungeon labyrinths that I think it is. Sure enough, it is. So the reason why these are pretty cool, if you guys never experienced these labyrinths, is because in one of these 3 paths, there will be a room that leads farther down below. And in the next layer, it does get a little harder, or it's supposed to progress where it gets a little harder, and the loot can get better. And at the very bottom of these guys, the loot is usually very great and is very useful, just because if we we can't even press U. Oh, something's going on, guys, and I'm not liking it. So I might have to end the episode here just because I don't know what's going on. I lost the ability to control my keyboard. Yep, as you can see now I can't even do anything. So let's put a waypoint here. And DHU1, just yeah, DHUL1, just where this is the dungeon house. Underground layer 1. We'll put confirm. Let's head over to the other dragon. This was dragon 3. Well, I'll just leave it alone. Let's head over to... Oh, this is not fun. So we'll click here, click teleport, press O. Ah, crap. I don't even know if I'll be able to craft this stuff correctly. Oh, I won't. Okay, guys. So, looks like I'm gonna end the episode here. In the beginning of next episode, we will be... I'll probably do this offline just so I don't bother you guys, but I will be grabbing that dragon over there, using the chains, and I'll be dragging him all the way back to base so that we can make a dragon forge, and then we'll be able to start making ourselves the first pieces of our dragon equipment, or the dragon metal, fire steel. I think that's what it's called. So we'll just have that ready for whenever we do want to make ourselves armor from the dragons. Besides that, offline I'll probably actually adventure the dungeon house labyrinth. I'll be sure to record a little bit of the bottommost layer, just showing you guys some of the equipment that can be found down there, just because it is going to be very useful. As I said, this sword is from, I want to say, Simply Swords or Runic or something like that. They're special swords, so they need certain things that you could find to awaken it, because as you can see, this guy is slumbering. If we come over here and put slumbering Lichbane, let's see, can I press R on U, control R? Well, this doesn't really do anything. Can I press U over here? Nope. And it's that weird stuff going on with my keyboard again. Damn it, I don't even know what I pressed. What is this key that's doing all this? I don't get it. Oh, well, I'm having some technical difficulties. I'm gonna resolve this, see if I could get it to work by next episode, aka in like the next 20-30 minutes. If I can, I'm gonna record the next episode right away, and I'll let you guys know if I actually got this fixed. If not, I'll probably have to postpone that for a little bit. But yeah, we fought another dragon, we beat a sea serpent, we fought the sirens, checked out the little dungeon house, see if it was confirming my suspicion. And we went over a little bit of the useful spells that are available from Iron Spells, how it could help you in your boss fights. Talked a little bit of the leveling, how that works, so you can increase the amount of skills you get from your passive tree. Highly recommend going as far as possible and just start fighting enemies out there just so you could keep accruing those points very quickly. That is going to be one of my goals. Let's see, we also talked about Apotheosis Reforging, how it could add bonus stats and whatever the case may be to your gear, which makes it even better. So, I'm just... okay, we're still doing that, but somehow we got out of it. So, with that, guys, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure to hit that like button. And if you guys have any comments, questions, feedback, concerns, let me know down in the comments. I do try to check it pretty occasionally, and it's always fun to interact with you guys whenever you guys have questions of the sorts, as I can answer it in the questions, or I could actually answer it in the video. Just depends on how long of an explanation may be needed for said questions. If you guys want me to do anything specific, make sure to let me know down in the comments. I'll take it into consideration, just because for me, most mods in a fantasy mod pack are something that I don't really dabble in, just because I'm more of a tech mod player. So yeah, this is gonna be very fun, very new to me. So that's fun. If you guys aren't subscribed already, I recommend to do that and hit the notification bell so when I do upload a new episode, you guys are informed and you guys know what's coming out. I do plan on releasing an episode for the mod that I am developing, just because I did get a new dimension added, created a new biome. It is not perfect, but the mechanics are there, the basics, the foundation is basically there. Now it's just time for me to dive deep into the Minecraft code and figure out how to get these mod surface rules working the way I want it, so I could create some pretty unique landscape, kind of like this stuff. So yeah, with that, guys, thank you guys for watching. Until next time, peace.